you pretty much have to enter every season and look at the entire landscape of what's available. And I thought we did a really good job of that last year. We talked about drafting guys, we talked about who we could trade for, and we talked about free agents. And we went through the entire process of all those guys and did a very thorough evaluation. We will do the same thing this year. We're not going to rule out acquiring a vet. We'll go through the entire landscape of who's available. We'll evaluate them, and we'll get to a consensus on somebody.
Well, looking at the process, and which I have done, gone back and looked at, I think all the stuff that we got was the stuff that you need in terms of evaluations. It's just sometimes there's some things that are unforeseen. I mean, again, we didn't expect Fitz to go down after 16 plays, in 2021, and we didn't. We had a formula we wanted to use, and we didn't use it initially, and once we got to it, then we started to have the success. But by then, Carson was, he was out with the injury.
Guy has to be a leader. He has to have arm strength. He has to have an NFL caliber arm. He has to be a guy that can create off schedule. That when things break down, he can make something happen that's positive. And that's what we're looking for in that position. And some guys have some of those attributes that are stronger than others, but you have to have the complete package. And it really, again, the quarterback is one person on the field. Obviously a very critical position, touches the ball every single play, but what you have around him is really so important. What kind of weapons do you have for him? What kind of defense do you have? Is he playing from behind a lot? Is he able to get into a rhythm and stay on the field? Or is the other team running the ball? I mean, the first couple of games, I think we were giving up about 7.5 yards a carry the first two games. So we weren't able to get on the field and stay on the field consistently. The other teams were driving the ball on us and keeping us off the field. We couldn't get into any type of rhythm, So all those things come into play. And it's difficult for one guy to come in and completely flip everything. That's hard to do. You have to have complementary football where the defense helps out the offense stays on the field, keeps the other offense off the field. All those things are needed to be successful. I think we had several talented guys. All those guys have to have ability, have talent. As I mentioned to you guys before, we did a lot of work on Carson. We knew a lot about him, the good, the bad, the ugly. We thought he was a good fit for how we wanted to play football. We weren't able to play the style of ball we wanted to play the first couple of games, as you guys saw. Didn't have B-Rob, didn't have the run game going the way that we wanted it going. We were 2-to-1 pass run, which is not our formula. As you saw this last game, we were 2-to-1 run pass. For every time that we threw the ball, we ran the ball twice. That's how we want to play. We weren't able to play that way early in the season with Carson, but he's a very talented guy. Second overall pick. We did a lot of work on him, talking to people about his play, about his presence in the locker room and the whole deal. We felt very, very comfortable bringing him in, and we thought he would fit how we wanted to play. With regard to Taylor, he's just been exceptional, since I've been here. Prior to me getting here, obviously played great in that playoff game against Tampa Bay. Last year we signed Ryan Fitzpatrick to start him. He played 16 snaps. Taylor played the whole season for us last year. This past season, we brought Carson in. He waits his turn, and when his turn comes, he steps in and he plays great football for us. So he was instrumental, I thought, in salvaging our season. I thought he did a really good job getting us back on track and getting us back to winning games. As far as Sam, what we've seen in practice from him has been very good. It translated very well to the game, which has not always been the case with other players in the past. He practiced very well throughout the season. We gave him an opportunity late, and he went in and played the way that he practiced. And he's just got a very, very calm demeanor. The guy has the right attitude. He's got a very quiet confidence about him. And it's promising, and it's good to have Sam as an option as we move forward. And we're talking through what the other alternatives are right now.